You wouldn't think that this cozy, tiny space would have a full, functional kitchen, but it does. And today, I'm going to show it to you. Hi there, friends and adventurers. Heather from Heather's Hikes and Adventures. And I just hit the road for a few days. As you can see, I'm at a beautiful campsite right now. And since I hadn't been camping in a few weeks, I took the opportunity to get everything reorganized. And I thought it was the perfect chance to give you a detailed tour of my super simple, super portable camp kitchen. Let's get into it. My no-build kitchen is broken up into a few easy components. So I'm just going to take you through each. And then at the end, I'm also going to show you the option I utilize for longer trips so that I can have running water and a sink. Without further ado, let's get right started. This no-build camp kitchen setup is pretty much versatile for any type of vehicle, whether it's a sedan, an SUV, a larger van, you name it, it will work for you if you have or want a no-build. All right, as you can see, it's currently at 40 degrees, which is what I have it set to, so it's not running at the moment. And I always keep this little towel on top. Just to give you an idea of what I currently have packed in here, I've got my coffee creamer, a 32-ounce Nalgene bottle with my electrolytes in it so that they're nice and cold. I have a couple of cans of sparkling grapefruit, some boiled eggs, Caesar salad mix, a block of cheese, there's my other can, some strawberries, and then I have a couple of containers of food that I have prepared ahead of time. The way that I power my fridge is I have it plugged in right here, and then I just have the cord running behind everything, and my Jackery is actually hidden underneath there, and it just plugs into the 12 volt of my Jackery 1000, which I then run a cord to right there for the 12 volt power, so that anytime the car's running, it charges up my Jackery for me and keeps this baby going. A few more quick things I wanted to mention about my fridge. Again, it is a BougeRV 23-quart fridge, and I chose it in the color pink. BougeRV was generous enough to send it to me, which I am so thankful for because I have been getting so much use out of it, and it is definitely one of my most used, most prized possessions. And if I am smart about packing it right, I can probably stretch the contents for about 5 to 7 days. Of course, that all depends on what other dry goods I'm bringing, like pasta, beans, rice, non-perishables. I could probably stretch it further if I needed to, but I have not had to put that to the test for more than a week so far. Okay, so now that you've seen my fridge setup and gotten the details on that, let's get to the meat and potatoes, which is this part right here. Now, it doesn't look like a kitchen, but this top tote on these two totes here is my kitchen gear. And that's where the majority of my kitchen stuff is. So let's just dive right into this, shall we? And I will give you all of the goods. As you can see, this is a pretty compact tote. Unfortunately, I don't have a link for it because I did find it on clearance at Marshall's. But let's take a look inside. I did organize it nicely for you all so that you didn't have to see the disaster it had become. But everything I need fits perfectly right in here. So I have my bowls tucked inside of my electric pot, which I have done a video on all of my most frequently used top low wattage appliances. So I'll make sure to link that below. Check that out after this. I do have the cord to power my electric pot inside the bowls as kind of a little nesting situation. I have my little egg slicer for my hard-boiled eggs that I use in my salads a lot. And I do have a spare bungee, and then you can see down here are my reusable plates. I keep 2 plates and 2 bowls. I also keep a couple of these little glass jars. They're perfect for sauces and obviously little small things to store in the fridge. And then underneath you can see I keep a couple of microfiber cloths for wiping up messes, dishes, etc. And I also have these awesome little collapsible containers. They take up very little space, but they're great for leftovers to keep in the fridge. Let me see if I can do this with one hand here. Well, you know the principle of a collapsible container. These pop out to there. Perfect for single servings when I have too much to eat at once but don't want to waste any food. Then I have my Dash mini griddle here, which I love. And I have a couple of reusable plastic cups stacked up together right here. And then probably my most used kitchen item is my 300-watt electric kettle by BalBali, I think is how you say it. Again, I'll have everything linked below, but I don't know if I could car camp without this. It's become almost like a little security blanket for me. Perfect for making dehydrated meals, the little cup of soups, those kind of things, and then of course my daily morning coffee, and also tea in the evenings. And I just have that tucked into this measuring cup right here, which you can see is silicone, food grade silicone, and I like that it's bendy because it's easy for confined spaces, but that holds up to 2 cups, which is all I need for just myself. And then it just tucks nicely back in when I'm all done with it. I've got the cord for it right on top. And then when I do get to camp, that's usually the first thing I'll pull out because I like to have all of my coffee supplies handy and ready to go first thing in the morning when I wake up and I'm still a little groggy. Here, again, she is well loved, so she's a little stained up. You can see there's definitely a color theme going on here. And this is my lovely Hot Logic, which I have featured on I don't even know how many videos now. I use this to reheat leftovers, just heat up. It can even heat up frozen meals. It does take up to 2 hours normally, but I've cooked things like lasagna, frittatas, all kinds of things from scratch as well. And you can actually cook meat because it gets to an internal temperature of 165. You can pop anything from like a cardboard box with a frozen dinner inside to glass containers to plastic containers. Pretty much anything you can just put right in there that contains your food. I try to use glass containers because I'm kind of trying to switch away from plastic when it comes to heat. And then this, I love this little organizer. Let's take a closer look at what all I keep in here. All right, as you can see, I temporarily shifted my big girl up here so that we can look at what's all in here. I keep my scissors tucked in the front for easy access. And then let's take a look inside. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. I have these nifty little tiny silicone oven mitts so that I can handle hot things. I have the 2 stacked together right now, but you can see they're pretty effective. In here, I just keep some spare silverware, and then I keep my little camp reusable fork/spoons. So this is the silverware section. I've got a little reusable sponge here. Well, obviously most sponges are reusable, but I like that this one is silicone, so it's really easy to clean out, and I don't have to worry about it getting all moldy. I've got my cutting knife for when I'm cooking and preparing meals. And then I thought that these little utensils were so cute. As you can see, they keep in line with my color theme, but they all came together, so I'll try to remember to link these below as well. It's got a little mini whisk, some little tongs, my spatula. Isn't this adorable? It's a little can opener, or bottle opener, I should say, sorry. I have a meat thermometer, a backup spatula,
This is a little, I like having this in a little container because I can pop it in if I'm, like in my bag, if I'm going for a picnic or if I need it outside of my vehicle. And you can see it's just got a fork, a knife, a spoon, a little bottle cleaner, a metal straw, and chopsticks, which I have yet to use. But I love this little rainbow metallic metal. I think it's so pretty. This is another pouch with some reusable straws, as well as a long-handled fork, spoon, and bottle brush. And I have yet to use this, but it's in here. And then I have a couple of little spare coasters. So that is what is in here. Now let me get this loaded back up. Voila! And as you can see, there's still actually quite a bit of room left for more utensils, so as I get more proficient at my camp cooking, I may have some additions. And as you can see, it all packs back up very nicely. Let's see, it's much trickier to do these one-handed. And there you go, she's all done. And then I just stack it right back on top of my garage tote. And, you know, I've got to have a little decor because I'm me. And I've got another one of these awesome bamboo cutting boards that I like to use as surface space or for its designed purpose.
Now let's take a look in my dry goods bag, which is an insulated cooler bag. So it is multi-purpose again. If I wanted to empty it out, I could put some items in and like take it away from camp to go on a picnic or, you know, not just being confined to the van, which I also like about all of my other items because I can take them out of the van, put them on the picnic table, except for my fridge. I mean, I technically could, but that would just be a hassle. So, but everything else is just super portable. I can have it inside the van, outside the van, you know, switch it out. Easy peasy.
All right, let's take a look in my baby, aka my coffee container. It's pretty self-explanatory. I just have my coffee supplies in here. My frother. My adorable little sunflower canister that I keep my ground coffee in. And then I have my Aeropress. I do need to get, oh, I've got a little bit of coffee grounds in the bottom. I need to clean this out. My scoop, my stirrer, the main Aeropress coffee maker, which as you can tell is well loved and very frequently used. I do need to get some more filters. As you can see, I'm very low, but these last a long time. I do like that it has this bamboo lid because I can use it as a cutting board, an extra surface space, and it's also antimicrobial, you know, resistant to mold and mildew, that type of stuff. And when I'm making my coffee, I can actually take this off, set it down on the picnic table at camp, and make my coffee on that. And now let's take a look, or a closer look, in my dry bag. I do have a roll of paper towels tucked in the side. I don't normally always keep this here, but that's where it is right now. And then I have my salt, pepper, garlic, my seasonings in this pouch for easy access. In this pouch right here, I just keep like little extra condiment packets and lots of these little silverware things. Anytime I get takeout, I just kind of stockpile them so that if I need to, if I haven't washed my reusable silverware, I have these handy. And in the main compartment, of course this changes up periodically, but I always try to keep at least 1 or 2 dehydrated camp meals so that if I need something quick and easy with just boiled water, I'm good to go. I always try to keep at least 1 pack of heatable pre-cooked rice and beans because that can be a whole meal on its own, or I can throw some protein in it as well. These Kind bars are great for a snack, or if I'm just on the go and need to eat something quick for breakfast, I'll have these with like a banana or something. And then I just always have lots of packs of these little tuna or the chicken Very handy. I can even throw a couple of these chicken packets in with the beans and rice, and I've got a full meal for a couple of days. I've got my honey, my avocado spray. I always like, because I'm a child, like to keep a couple of these fruit pouches of applesauce, some tea, and then that's where I keep my spare mini griddle. I do use, or actually I think this one's the sandwich maker technically. The smaller griddle, as you saw, was in my other container with my main kitchen items. And again, I switch this up all the time, but I do like that it's an insulated cooler bag. So technically, if I needed to have like a picnic and bring some stuff out to a place other than my campsite, I'm good to go with that. And now we are all packed back up. Oh, voila! And as you can see, once I'm ready to hit the road again, it all fits nicely up here in the well on the passenger side so that it stays secure. I have my little Jackery that I'll use for my hot logic. And then since I'm doing quicker trips, I'm just normally bringing a couple of gallons of water just to save on weight and space. But I can fit my 3-gallon jug here with the USB sink pump, which I will show you now. And lastly, as promised, I wanted to show you my running water setup. So right now I'm going to do the demonstration with my 3-gallon jug, but this USB chargeable sink pump also works on a 5-gallon jug, and actually I think that's what it was designed for, so depending on how long my trip is going to be, I'll use either. So I just wanted to show you how I tuck it in here. I'll keep my collapsible sink behind this when I'm not using it. I needed both hands, but as you can see, it turns into a nice little basin, and then voila, running water. So this is a great alternative if you need more than a gallon or two for your trips.
All right, folks, there you have it. That was a complete detailed tour of everything I usually bring with me to make up my camp kitchen. Again, works for any no build. So I hope that you found it helpful and useful. Maybe you took some ideas from it that you could utilize for yourself. Either way, I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you again very soon for another adventure.